Right now, as you're watching this video, engineers, scientists, and billionaires are spending billions of dollars trying to get humans to one single destination. Not the moon, not some distant galaxy, Mars. But here's what they don't tell you in school. Mars isn't just a red rock floating in space. It's a world with ancient volcanoes, frozen oceans, deadly dust storms, and possibly the next home for the human race. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll look at the night sky completely differently. Section 1. What is Mars? Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, sitting about 142 million miles away from it. It's named after the Roman god of war, and honestly, that name fits. Mars is violent, extreme, and unforgiving. It's roughly half the size of Earth, but don't let that fool you. The total land area on Mars is actually similar to Earth's landmass because Mars has no oceans covering it. Every inch of Mars is raw, exposed terrain. A Martian day, called a sol, is 24 hours and 37 minutes. So if you woke up on Mars, your morning routine would feel almost normal. But a Martian year? That's 687 Earth days. 2 full years would pass on Earth before Mars even completes one trip around the Sun. And the gravity on Mars is only 38% of Earth's gravity. That means if you weighed 180 pounds here, you'd weigh just 68 pounds on Mars. You could literally jump 3 times higher than you can right now. Sounds fun until you realize the atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide. One breath outside without a suit, and you'd be dead in minutes. Section 2. The extreme terrain. Mars is home to some of the most extreme geography in the entire solar system. Let's start with Olympus Mons, the largest volcano ever discovered. It stands 16 miles high. That's nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. It's so wide that if you stood at its base, the peak would be beyond your horizon. You wouldn't even know you were standing on a volcano. Then there's Valles Marineris, a canyon system that stretches over 2,500 miles long and drops 5 miles deep. The Grand Canyon could fit inside Valles Marineris like a small ditch. This isn't just one of the biggest geological features on Mars, it's one of the largest in the entire known solar system. Mars also has polar ice caps, just like Earth, but instead of only water ice, the Martian poles contain dry ice, frozen carbon dioxide. In winter, these caps grow massive. In summer, they shrink as the carbon dioxide evaporates back into the thin atmosphere. And then there are the dust storms. Mars is famous for them. These aren't gentle breezes. Global dust storms on Mars can engulf the entire planet for months at a time, blocking sunlight and dropping temperatures even further. NASA's Opportunity rover, which was designed to last 90 days, actually survived for 15 years until one of these massive dust storms. Section 3. Water, the biggest mystery. Here's where things get truly mind-bending. Scientists have found overwhelming evidence that Mars once had liquid water, rivers, lakes, and possibly even a shallow ocean covering its northern hemisphere billions of years ago. We're talking about a planet that may have once looked a lot like Earth. Ancient riverbeds and lake basins have been photographed by Mars orbiters. Minerals that only form in the presence of liquid water have been discovered on the surface. And beneath the South Polar ice cap, radar data strongly suggests there's a liquid saltwater lake buried miles underground, even today. That's not nothing. That is potentially everything. Because where there is water, there is the possibility of life. No one is saying little green men, but microbial life, bacteria, extremophiles, organisms that survive in the harshest conditions may have existed on Mars in its ancient past, and some scientists believe they might still exist underground, shielded from radiation, clinging to whatever warmth and moisture is left. We haven't confirmed it yet, but we haven't ruled it out either. Section 4. The race to Mars. Humans have been fascinated with Mars for centuries, but in the last decade, that fascination has turned into a full-blown global race.
NASA's Perseverance rover, which landed in February 2021, is currently exploring Jezero Crater, an ancient lakebed. It's drilling into rocks, collecting samples, and looking for signs of ancient microbial life. It has already made history by producing oxygen from the Martian atmosphere, a breakthrough for future human missions. China landed its own rover, Zhurong, on Mars in 2021, making it only the second country to successfully operate a rover on the Martian surface. And then there's Elon Musk and SpaceX, who have stated their goal clearly: make humans a multi-planetary species. SpaceX's Starship rocket is being built specifically for Mars. Musk has publicly said he wants to put humans on Mars within this decade, and he means it. The plan? Send cargo missions first, build infrastructure, establish fuel production using Martian resources, then send humans. It's not science fiction anymore. It is an active, funded engineering project happening right now.
Let's be honest about something that most Mars hype videos completely skip over. Mars is trying to kill you in multiple ways, simultaneously. First, radiation. Earth has a magnetic field that shields us from deadly solar and cosmic radiation. Mars lost its magnetic field billions of years ago. That means the Martian surface is constantly bombarded by high-energy radiation from the sun and deep space. A single year on Mars would expose a human to radiation levels far beyond safe limits, dramatically increasing the risk of cancer, organ damage, and cellular breakdown. You can't just walk around on Mars. You'd need to live underground or inside heavily shielded habitats for most of your life. Second, the temperature. Mars is brutally cold. The average surface temperature is around -80 degrees Fahrenheit. At the poles in winter, it can plunge to -220 degrees. Even on a warm summer day near the equator, temperatures might briefly hit 70 degrees Fahrenheit, but then crash back below freezing after sunset. No insulation on Earth prepares you for that kind of daily temperature swing. Third, the pressure. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is less than 1% of Earth's. That's thinner than the air at the top of Mount Everest, and Everest can already kill an unprepared climber. On Mars, without a pressurized suit or habitat, your blood would literally begin to boil. Not from heat, but because the pressure is so low that liquids vaporize at body temperature. Fourth, perchlorate. The Martian soil contains toxic chemicals called perchlorates, salts that are harmful to human health and would contaminate any food grown in unprocessed Martian dirt. Before any farming could happen, the soil would need to be chemically treated and neutralized. This isn't meant to scare you away from Mars. It's meant to show you the scale of the engineering challenge we're actually facing. Every single one of these problems has a potential solution, but none of them are easy, and none of them are cheap. The people who go to Mars first will be some of the most courageous, disciplined, and prepared right now. If this video blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe, because we're covering the